Good day, puppy lovers. Today I have Lily Rose with me, and Lily Rose is extremely anxious. Can I see your little face? And yeah, she just took medication about 2 hours ago, and it doesn't seem to be helping. So let's see how this goes. She's a difficult groom, so hang tight. All right, so let's back this up. Okay. I can feel a little bit of knotting going on. We're going to be cutting those knots out for sure. Lily Rose, she's all over the place, guys. She just loves to be all over the place. Hang on, I gotta put this on. Anxiety is not good for you. The anxiety. Okay. Let's get this done. Let's get her washed. So, I've noticed, some people come in and they say, oh, the veterinarian gave me some meds for the dog. Well, meds, to calm them down. And I never find that it actually really does anything. If you're a groomer out there, is there a medication, a calming med that works? Because nothing that, in my years of grooming, I have never really found that anything really works for these little anxious ones. So just let me know down in the comments, please, if there's something that actually does work. What does work with her, though, is when I hold her close to me and I kind of just cuddle her. And that seems to help her a lot. She was jumping up and down, and excuse me, her dad was there, choking on something. And then I decided to just pick her up and hold her against me so that she can calm down. Oof, I had to cough there. And I'm feeling some matting here. Darn it all. I'm not gonna brush you out. I asked the client, is a cut doable, or do I need to shave them down? He says, oh no, they seem to be not bad. There's just a few little knots. Well, you always gotta check for yourself first. I mean, I've been grooming his dogs for a long time, and I just kind of took his word for it. So now she's in the bath, and I can feel him. Whoa, 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 watch it. Yeah, I just got untied. 2 seconds, it's going right back on, hun. So for those who don't know me, my name is Elizabeth Jenn, professional dog groomer since 2010. And I upload new videos every Monday and Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern time. And I love to do these whatchamacallums, these no edit videos for you guys, so you can just sit back and relax, or sit back and learn. I also have quiet grooming sessions that I have in my members section, where I don't talk and I just groom the dog. And I also have a huge gardening project that I'm sharing with you guys, where I'm turning my whole backyard into one big garden. So if you want to join, you can just click join, and that should be next to the subscribe button or somewhere around there. Just click join. I don't know, they should have
written become a member instead of just join. Join what? What am I joining? You know. If you don't know that that's what it's for, the join button. There. You calming down in the water a little? It's a little better, huh? Yeah. I prefer like that. I prefer seeing you like this, relaxed. Nice massage. Does that feel good? Yeah. So I only have, like, tomorrow I have 5 pups, and I have 3 little Cotons with me here today, and then I'll have another pup later. And that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more dogs to groom, and I am on vacation. So I'm pre-recording these for you guys. This is my Monday dog, so it's Monday for you guys. I'm actually pre-recording this, it's Friday. So I'm not working this coming week, but I still have videos for you guys for sure. So if you have any questions about grooming, if you're a new groomer, if you're, you know, just if you're anyone that has any questions, actually. There are some grooms where I'll explain more what I'm doing, and some where I'll just calm down and just kind of chit chat like this, kind of talk about what's on my mind. Yeah. So if this dog, she seems not too bad. On this side, she's got some knots, some mats here. On this side, she's not too bad. But in general, if a dog comes in and they're matted up, you gotta, hang on, we're gonna rinse your head, honey. Hang on, bring your head down. Thank you. No, she won't let me do this. Yeah, you gotta shave them down before putting her in the tub. You don't want to dry that for nothing, and that's wasted time, wasted soap. So she's not easy to rinse her head, wipe up those ears. Are you okay like that, hon? You just didn't want me to touch your nosy? I just got myself some beautiful roses. I ordered them online. And they are David Austin roses that I'm going to be putting on my arch outside. And I'm like, oh my God, there's like 100 and something petals on this, on a single rose. I'm so anxious to share that with my members. It's crazy stuff. There. Did that feel good, Lily? Lily Rose, such a beautiful name. And we're talking about David Austin roses too. Ah, that's why I was talking about roses, because of your name. All right, so I'm done rinsing her out. I'm just gonna use this towel here to kind of soak all of that up. So what's your favorite part of when I'm grooming, you know, grooming session, or when anyone, you know, anyone who's grooming, when you're watching a grooming video, what's your favorite part of the grooming session? I gotta change this carpet. It's stained yellow. I don't like it. It looks dirty. It makes it look dirty. Those are my other ones with me. See how quiet they are? You have Arthur and Blue. This is Arthur. Arthur's been peeing, so he's wearing a belly band. And Blue, well, hi Blue. Hi. Oh, so Blue, you come see me? Hi Blue, baby Blue. Hi Arthur. All right, so Lily Rose, you want to go see your brothers? That's what you want. Let me out of here. I'm going to call the DPP. The DPP. We always call it the DPP. The DPP is the Department of Protection of Pups. I'm gonna call the DPP. If you don't let me off the table. Oh boy, she's got poopers back there. Oh, seriously, Coton. Okay, turn. I just want to do your face before I do your bum. I'm gonna fix your bum. See all that? Okay, I hope I can get that out easy. Because from one dog to another, depending on the dog. Oh no, I can't get that out easy. Look at that. That needs to be shaved, guys. Ah, needs to be shaved. Would have just shaved you first. Hang on, let me take this off. Hang on, honey, I don't want you falling off. Here, bring it up a little more. Give me a second here. Whoops, there you go. Oh well, it is what it is. Yes. Let's get the rubber ducky out for you. Let's see what we can do. I'm gonna have to dry her like this, see how this goes, and I might end up putting the shaver in there. She's so anxious. She's so anxious. You know, when they're anxious like this, you can't always just give them a scissor cut. You know, it's just too long for them. Let's see how she does. Can I see your face first? Give me a second. Show me your face. Difficult dog, huh? Difficult dog. Oh. She's just pulling. Wait. No. Okay, fine. You do what you can, not what you want with her. That's how I see it. You can't, hang on. Guys, I need new scissors here. These little ones are, what's going on here? I can feel my vacation coming. You know, when you start feeling like you're slowing down. I feel like I'm slowing down. I'm at the, you know, at the end of the race where you're just trying to get to the finish line. That's how it feels. Ugh. Come. Okay, we're just gonna clean here. Just gonna clean your ear here. Her ears are pretty darn clean. See how clean that is? I'm gonna flip it over and use the same pad, but it's flipped over, guys. Remember that. You don't want to put the same pad, you know, the same dirt, the dirt in the ear, right? Like from one ear to the other. To the other. To the other. Did I say that? From one ear to the other? To your eyes. You had poopers there. Come here. Really? There. Okay, let's take this off. And oh boy, see what that looks like? That's not gonna work. I know it. Right now, I know it. I'm just pulling some of this away from the bum area so I can just cut it all out. I don't want to be drying the dog and having poopers flying around everywhere. So. No poopers everywhere. So let's do this. I am going to clean out my scissors here. And clean this out here. I'm just putting some alcohol on there. And I'm gonna have a sip of my coffee. This is the cover. Because I don't want dog hair in my coffee. Come on, dog. I'm not even gonna bother trying to brush before drying. I'm gonna try to get the dryer reduce to kind of open this up a bit and try to get it to pull away from the skin if I can. If not, if this stays like that, it probably will. I'm gonna just shave. I gotta call the client and I gotta shave. And I would have done that way before. So from now on, I gotta know. After all these years, still, you know, taking my client's word for it. But, you know, they're not experienced enough in this to know. So anyhow, all right, I'm gonna start the dryer. I'm gonna dry in sections and see how this works. Let's try to work this area here. I'll try to work it with the dryer to get it to try to open up. up. Okay. Guys, her anxiety is so real. Poor little thing. So as you've noticed, I can't dry her feet because she's just freaking out, and I'm not going to continue trying to dry her feet. So I have 3 dogs to groom. Like, they come in and they're brothers and sister. So I like to start with her first. And if I can't get the feet done, it's fine. I'm cutting short, and it'll dry by the time I'm done her 2 other brothers. And if it was winter time, see, she couldn't just leave like this, right? Because it's too cold. So that's why doing her first and then letting her, dry up. Right now it's summer, so it's not bad, but the anxiety is real, guys. As you saw, she screams and she jumps up and down. It's like, I don't want to sit there and try to force it and fight and force and fight. We're not going to do that. I don't want to do that. I refuse to do that. For my sanity, for her sanity, for everyone's sanity. I'm going to try to dry her face, see how this goes. It's sad when you see these dogs troubled like this because there's no real reason why she should be anxious like this, but she has true anxiety. She's on medication and it's not really working, so if I can get her head to be dried a bit, and those mats that I was working on, they will be fine to work with. I don't need to shave her. As long as the mat can, I could have taken them out first, but they were tighter. And with the dryer, I find that it loosens them up a bit. And yeah, so I'm gonna just cut, since she's short anyway. I mean, if I had to do a longer cut, it wouldn't have worked. It wouldn't have worked. But since she's a really short cut, she's a 10 millimeter. That's the bluish purple Andes comb. I'll show you in a minute, once I get there. Since I'm using that, I'll be able to just go cut behind those mats, and she should be good to go. I'm not going to dry her head too much. I really like to make sure that this isn't too curly at the top, so I can give her a nice top knot, the top of her head. But she's got way too much anxiety, and I just don't want to have her on the table too long. So this is one of those dogs, you do what you can, not what you want. So what I wrote on her card here, it says, difficult at feet, just don't dry feet too much, do what you can. They know dog is overly stressed and that she might be taking a relaxant next time. So that was the last time, the notes that I wrote the last time. So we know her feet, she does not like that. And I don't push it, I don't mind. I'm just gonna cut short as I can with my scissors, and that'll dry. And I'll try to brush a bit. And we'll see how that goes. Got a little mat here. Don't worry, we're gonna cut everything out. I'm not gonna have her stress out with the brush, that's for sure. Can I do a little under your chin here? Just holding the dog's head up lightly. And remember, with these brushes, guys, we're just tapping and pulling out. We're not brushing down onto the skin. If you see me brushing, I'm holding lightly and I'm not touching the skin at this point. But yeah, hang on, hon. I just want to separate the hairs so that she can dry faster. Oh, see, she just doesn't want me to hold her there. And you got to be careful with these brushes too, because you don't want to poke them in the eye. So if it doesn't work with one dryer, try different dryers. It's good to have different types of dryers on hand. You're okay, honey. Whoa, okay. There's some knots and mats in there. If you find a knot or a mat, you just come to the tip here, try to work it. You start up at the tip and come in. And if that's not working, you can cut it out. Hang on. See there, I feel that there's some pull there, so try to come take some out with my dematter here. See, she's got yuckies there, so those are just going to be cut out. We wash them, but they can end up still having little pieces of food stuck there that didn't come out in the bath. She's doing fairly good for her head. Still a little humid back here and under her chin. I'd say I got about 85% of her head dried, so. So, do you have a story about a very anxious dog that you've groomed before? I like to hear stories. I like comments. Just comment anything. You can comment, good job, Lily Rose. Or just comment and put a little puppy dog there, just an icon, a little smiley face. I like those too. I usually like to reply puppy, and then I do puppy, and then little puppy paws, and then a little sparkle. It just means puppy paws sparkle. They do. Yours are gonna sparkle wet. You're so curly. Look at that. She's so curly. There. All right. There. I'm going to leave it at that. She's not 100% dry in her face. I can still feel some humidity. You know, it's still a little humid. But it will be that for now. Now, what are we going to do with this little girl here? First, we're going to do her little pads. And I'm going to have another sip of my coffee. Pads. Want to do your belly? Can I see your little belly? Oh, can we stand up for me? There you go. Just a little bit off the belly here, lightly. I'm using a 10 blade here, guys. You don't want to go any... Like you don't want to do a 7 blade here, so you do a 10 blade. Wait. Often they'll have little knots all the way down into the legs, so sometimes I go a little lower into the leg. And you can do this with her, with your dog from the back also. Let's turn her around. I can do it like this also. But right now, I'm also going to clean up this little area here because she's got, when she goes to the bathroom, she's getting all pee-pee all over. Let's get that clean. In there too. Seeing knots and mats, just cutting them out. And lower this, give her a little wiggle room. You want to turn, hun? Oh, the anxiety is real. Here. Not many dogs like to be brushed between their legs, so, or under here, so I'm going to do here also. Can you show me, honey? Come. You're going to be fine, hon. You will be. Oh, there's a lot of knotting there. These pups, they'll come in and they'll have some matting, and then I have to shave them all down. And then sometimes after the shave, then they'll come back and then they're okay, so I can give them a cut. But then the time after that, in general, they need another shave down. So this is going to be different. I'm not giving a shave down. Not for the moment. This is not what I'm seeing. I'm going to do your paws here, honey. See how her feet are still a little wet. This is a do what you can, not what you want type of groom. Oops, watch it, watch it, watch it, watch it, watch it. Hang on, hang on. You're okay. Really? There. Okay, so I'm gonna do her nails. Wait, hang on. What does it say about her nails? Difficult at feet. Just don't try to feet. You can do no. Okay, it doesn't say anything about nails, but she's probably gonna be difficult for the nails too. Are you gonna be yelling or something? Ugh. Her nails are pretty short. See how pink they are all the way to the end? I'm not cutting that. There's nothing to cut on there. See that? See how pink that is? All the way to the end. It's all filled up. We don't need to cut that. Let's see the front. Off in the front. It's longer than the back because the back end, well, they're kind of sharpening it when they walk. They have their traction is in the back. So she's, I'm just taking off the tips. There's nothing much to take off here. We'll do her little thumbs after. Nah. How about this one? I think maybe Mom and Dad might have done her nails not long ago or had them done somewhere. But we don't really have anything to take off. Just a little bit. I'm gonna look at this thumb here. Forgot to do that one. Again, there's nothing to take off really, so. Well, that's done. All right, so let's see what we can do here. So since she's a 10 millimeter, which is fairly short, okay? So that's 3/8 inch, okay? Number 2 comb, Andis. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go behind the knot. Everything that's in front here, I'm just gonna cut off. I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna take some of this out. Actually, I'm just gonna come in and take it out like that. I'm just cutting some of the bulk in the front, on the, right before the knot. And see, I'm gonna get in close. See how I just cut into the knot like that? The only reason why is I'm just taking some of the bulk out so that I can see what I'm doing. So we're going very short, guys. So I'm gonna go right behind there. And I'm gonna try different ways. Let me see how I wanna do this. Do I wanna try to brush a little? No, I don't. All right. I'm just going to cut. I'm cutting right through the knot, pretending it's not there. Actually, I would really get in there with like to get in there with a blade. Just gonna pick and choose here. If you're pulling, if you're pulling, you gotta be careful. That skin comes when you pull. And if skin comes, you can cut in the skin. So try to cut behind, like hold behind the knot, the mat. This one's a little too close to the skin. I'm not sure how I'm gonna work that one. You gotta just keep figuring it out as you go. So her legs are gonna be fairly short. There, see? Without having to shave. Got rid of all of those knots. And we're here. No, I know you want to sit, but you're not gonna sit. Sometimes when you just hold you can put your comb like this and just cut. That's what I'm gonna do here. If she lets me do it. And then, you know, so you've opened everything up, so it's easy to brush out after. No, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. I say no, but she's saying no also. So I got my work cut out for myself, pun intended. I'm just kind of doing a hack job here. This is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to try to just snip everything out before doing any brushing. Make sure that you check to see. This is tedious, guys. This is just crazy here. Now, I don't know if she's gonna let me brush a little here. She won't let me brush at all. She won't let me brush at all. Well, it will be noted for her that, okay, so she comes in how often? So there's a lot of thinking going on. So May, she was shaved, was that it? 10 millimeters in May. So I write down everything, okay? In the back of the card, see it's written there. 7th of May, 2025, 10 millimeters. 11th of March, that's French, Mars. 13 millimeters. Here we had a full shave down also here on January 15, January, February, March. So shave down in March, 13 millimeters, then a 10 millimeter, and now we'd have to do a shave actually. So we'll see. I'm thinking of, you know, letting him know that. So how long is that? Give me a second. How long has it been? May, June, July. It's been 2 months, and she went from 10 millimeters to 2 months and looking like this, having mats like this. So either it's a full shave every 2 months, or he comes in every month. Or he brushes the dog. That could be an option. Brush your dog regularly, and yeah. Here, like I said, she doesn't really have any mats in there. Nothing to do with those legs. I think she's fine to brush on the back. It really is those feet and the legs. Still humid here. What was I thinking? How come she's still wet there? So she's, this might show a bit. She won't have nice legs, that's for sure. She won't have a nice finish. I can't do a nice finish when I can't brush the feet. I don't want her panicking. When a dog starts panicking, and if they go to, like there's a scale from 1 to 10, you don't want that dog to go to 10, right? You don't. Because then if you do, you can't do anything. And, no. Lily Rose, can you just a little, can you get in a little closer? You're pulling. You're too far from me here. So, as a groomer, you need to make decisions, right? You tell the client, this dog will be, either you come every 4 weeks and we do it at 10 millimeters, or You come in every 8 weeks and she's shaved. That's the ultimatum that he'll have to have. See all there's still more knots there. Here. Boom. I don't want to have to pull on those knots. Boom. So it's fairly short, so I'm not minding. I'm not minding cutting in there first. There, let's do this technique. Huh? Does this look crazy? Sure does look crazy. It's not how I do my work usually. You know, you guys know me. Well, for the ones that know me. I just don't want to have to, you know, have her yelling and screaming, and she's shaking, she's unhappy with this, she does not like this. I might as well just give up and give her a shave. I'm calling Dad, give me a second. Okay, so I called Dad and it's all fine. I told him I have no choice. I'm gonna check his 2 other ones to see how it is. See, this dog is super stressed. If this dog wasn't so stressed, you know, I would have cut out the knots like that. I wouldn't have minded. And usually when you cut them out, just, you know, you can open them up and then start brushing. It just opens up and it brushes really quick. But I know that she does not like having her feet played with, so I don't want to push her. You know, she's already really anxious. She's on a medication right now, and safety before vanity, you know, safety and sanity before vanity. So shaving this little girl down, this is a decision that I had to make. I tried. I've seen her, maybe, was it 4 or 5 times? 5, maybe, you know, so I'm learning how she is, and so this is what it's going to be from now on for Lily Rose. If he's not in every month, for a nice cut, it's every month, and for an 8-week visit, she gets she can get a 10 millimeter. But it is what it is, right? I have no choice. And she's been shaved before. She's had this before. So, and I see the upkeep, how they, you know, they're not fairly brushed. They don't really brush the dogs. So if you want a nice fluffy puppy, you got to put in the work, right? So look at all this fluff, guys. And obviously, I would shave her before putting her in the bath. So it will be noted. And that's it. Sometimes, you know, you want to give it a try. It didn't work. It is what it is. So she's going to fight me on the legs. Are you going to fight me on the legs a little? If the knots are too bad on the feet and legs, or anywhere actually, if the knot is, it might not work. A 7-blade might not work. Whoops, unplugged it. And you might have to go in with a 10-blade. Sometimes you'll try to shave and it's a little tight. If that happens, well, you need to change your blade. Finish isn't always that nice when the legs are wet. No, you're all good. You're all good. She's getting fussy here. No fussiness, honey. Doesn't hurt. I'm going in slowly. See how that's knotted? I'll just finish the rest with the scissors. She doesn't like me doing her feet like that, so I'm going to finish the rest with the scissors. Yeah. Come here, hon. Oh, you know what? I'm going to make a little knot here. She just keeps backing up. No, honey, you're okay. It's the end of the world for them, huh? Really is the end of the world. Oh my God, she's touching my feet. What is a girl to do? Obviously, 10 blade here. That's not working. No, no, hon. Wait. This off. Hold your head up. More 10 blade there. If that 7 blade just jams and after, you know, you try once or twice and you just see it won't go, just switch your blade to 10. It's fine. A shave down usually means there's been trouble. Unless that's it's just the cut that they like. So of course I'm not shaving your face. Can you let me do this, honey? No. No. So of course I keep trying a bit. See if she'll give up. But if she doesn't give up and if she starts fighting too much, then I'm just going to just never mind and do the rest with the scissors. Okay, let's go to the belly. There, good girl, thank you. She's got a tattoo on her belly. This little green tattoo. I'm gonna have to go back in with that 10 blade over here. Apparently she likes to play in the garden. This is what her dad just told me, and that's why she's so... Ah, darn. No. Hey. She's tied, but that's scary. All right. All right, guys, I can't do any more with the shaver. She just won't let me touch. I still gotta get in with the shaver on the back end. Can I see under your bum bum? You don't want to go to around her poopy area here. You go in with a 10 or you go in with your scissors. Whatever makes you happy. All right, so I'm gonna go in with a 10 here. That's a 30, wrong one. So there's way less chances to cut your dog with a 10. See the difference between a 10 and a 7? See how different that is? The skin can get into these between the teeth here, and a lot less with a 10. And then you're thinking, well, how about a 40 or 30? Well, 20s and 30s are very practically like surgical, so it might be a little short. You still want to leave some hair on there. So if you're going in shorter, there won't be any hair left. You just have a bald spot. Okay, we're trying to try to trick them into maybe cut more. Fine, we'll do that with scissors. Are you gonna let me do it with scissors though? So I did this a while ago, but I just think that I needed to do a little more here. There's some hairs left behind. Yeah. This is a long groom for a shave down. All right, so since she is shaved down, we're still gonna go with a 13 on her head. Can I see what's going on? Do you have any knots up here? You gotta be sure there's no knots before putting this in her head, on her head, you know, getting through that. Get this off for a moment. Brush everything back. Let's come back in. Sorry guys, the camera's not always on the dog. Sometimes I notice that I'm either too close or the dog is above the frame. It's not easy to, I mean, I'm fine, I'm comfortable with the camera, but I'm doing my best, All right. So nails are done, all of that is done. Now we're using the scissors. Coming out with the scissors here, honey. Look, what did you do to this little carpet here? Here, can we turn? Can I see your foot? Can we cut off? I'm gonna just use the little scissors here. Kind of snip away. My scissors are becoming dull. Noticed my scissors started folding. See? Got to get another pair. I say that, but I got to think of doing it. Okay, I'm just going to do all around her feet. Give me your foot here. Let's get all of this, get all of that out. I'm surprised that I can actually do this, and I'm surprised that I could actually do her nails. It wasn't much to do, but you know, she doesn't like me to put any tools to her feet, but this seems fine for her. This seems fine. All right. Give you a little more wiggle room. Take the knot out. Turn around. Can I use the little mini brush on your foot just to fluff a bit? Some hairs so that I can fluff a bit. So that's all I'm doing. I'm just taking out the sticky outies here. Just shaping everything. Can I do here, hon? Here. How about this? Do that. Can I brush a bit? No. Okay. I just need to Get everything straight. Hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on. No, no. You gotta say no. It's enough. I'm not gonna take it anymore. I still need to lift some of that hair up so that I can cut him. Oh, she's not an easy groom. So, as a groomer, if you're a groomer, do you charge for grooms that are tougher? I charge. I know I charge. I'm not gonna sit back and just take it. So do you charge? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Maybe we can chit chat, talk about it. With my little ones, too scared that she brings her head down. That's why often I'll come in with the smaller scissors. So I feel like I have a little more control over if the dog brings their head down and she's just pushing down. She wants to lay down. Stand her up. Oh, bring this up a bit. No, 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 no. I am not hurting you. I am just fluffing up some of your hair. Can I use the comb then? If you don't want me to use the brush, can I use a little bit of the comb? No, 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 no. I'm just holding your foot. You're a little too fussy right now, little one, I find. Do what you can, not what you want. Do what you can, not what you want. Do what you can, not what you want. You gotta keep repeating that. And you don't want to drive yourself crazy. You really don't. I hate having to give cuts and that the dog, goes home part wet, curly, and not to my liking. But it is what it is, and it's best for everyone in the end. There. Back end. Let me have a look. Just a little bit. Pull this in. You're good. You're good. Okay, I'm going to come in with my scissors. You can, again, like I said, use your clipper for this as long as you're using a 10 blade. Okay. Is she going to let me brush her tail out? Well, first off, I'm going to cut some of this off. If you can get you to stand. Looking for that bone there. Take all of that off. Even if it's not brushed out, I'm still going to take... It's not brushed out. Okay, there's some knots in there. I'm still going to take some of this off so that I don't have so much, so much hair there to work with. Now I'm going to come in and brush, and I'll adjust. Oh, my, an hour and a half. This little one. Can you imagine? Okay, can I see now? And when your dog sits and sits and sits and sits and you gotta keep standing the dog up, that's, that can slow down your timing, right? The knots will slow you down. The sits will slow you down. Okay? That. So now she's brushed out. Come back in. And I'm going to just readjust and see what's hanging out. Do it again. Just to be sure that, oops, see? Look at that. So of course I'm not shaving her head. Dad asked that I don't shave her head. She's fine. She's not matted in her head, so on her head. There. Okay, turn around. Turn around. Let's check out your head. Come here. Hold your face. Wait. 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 Oh, that's gotta go. Her head is way too big right now for her body. You have a bubble head. Is it a bobble head we have? Yes, it is. Come in with these. Boop, boop. All right, for now. Pull this all forward. And we can do the same thing. Snip all of that off. I'll come in and use my blenders and fix that. Okay, I'm gonna take this off. Boop, like that. Is that too straight? Okay, like that. Try to stay sitting here. All right, too many. There's some knots going on in the face, so I'm just gonna still cut all around before I start brushing. Because when you do that, you open up the knot and you cut some out also, and it's just not as bad to brush out for both you and the pup. So see how these aggressive chunkers just leave all of these teeth marks? Well, if you go back and forth and just, you know, run by exactly where you were at, like where you passed, then you'll end up cutting off those little teeth marks. There's a huge knot here. Somewhere here. Let's see if it comes out with a little bit of brushing. If it does, we're good. Oh, right under here. Right there. Out with the knot. See? When you cut it out, you don't have as much to cut out. To brush, I mean. Same thing on this side here. Snip, snip. Bring that ear back. Oh, my nose itches. I'm not wearing my mask. Pull this back. Get rid of everything that's in front of her. Her ear. So today's goal was to get this pup groomed without her going through too much anxiety. I needed to be sure to work with her feet without her panicking too much about it. Oh, I don't want these. And I think we did good. She didn't have to panic too much. She did a bit, but you still have curly toes. Boop, boop. Oh, your little nose is all dry. Oh, little dry nose. Little dry nose. I need to give it a little kiss, a little dry nose. Mm. Yeah. When their noses are all soft and dry and warm like that. I just love giving them kisses. Oh, don't wag your tail. We're not done. I'll come back to the face in a moment. Let's just try to do some of the ears here. Snip this out. There's a knot here. Huge knot, actually. There's a huge knot there too. Now she'll end up having a hole. Is that gonna show? No, I think you're okay. There. Okay, I'm gonna take some here. Take some off. Her leather is there, so I'm gonna go underneath that. Okay, same thing on this side. You gotta always check to see where the leather's at. Right there, memorize that. Don't wanna take too much off. Check to see if they're equal, and I will bevel that ear just a bit so that it's not so harsh. That line's not too harsh. Hang on. You always have some pulling to do you? I'm going to round out the head because she looks like she has like this weird flat, like back here. Just going to round this out a bit. Okay, now let's round this out also and soften everything up, make everything equal. Soften up around her eyes. She's longer on one side here. Wait. So, okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this groom. I upload new videos every Monday and Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern Time. And I also have memberships now if you're interested in following some quiet grooming or following me in the garden, where I'm creating a huge garden in my yard. Then you're more than welcome to join and click that join button right next to the subscribe button, and you can come hang out with me and see how crazy things can get. We can do that together there now. Alrighty, So I'm gonna just finish her up here. Just gonna check out to see any sticky outies. And I will see you guys in the next video. Look at that, body all shaved down. See you in the next video, guys. Bye.
Hey there, pet parents and grooming gurus. If you enjoyed my tail-wagging transformations and want more tips to keep your furry friends looking fabulous, just hit that subscribe button. Remember, every click helps spread the love and lathers of grooming joy. Subscribe now and let's embark on this fluffy journey together.